I'm Cad, and I'm 19, and I live in the Bronx. I would describe myself really as kind of like a social butterfly, or rather like a lot of people have called me that, and I realize that it's true because I don't stick with one group of people. I just tend to float around between different friends.
I'll just keep walking until someone sees me and tackles me. Okay. Alright, cool. Bye. Literally just got off the bus. Oh my god, ow, 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 ow. I have luggage, ow, ow, ow.
I'll take some. Do you want me to take some?
No
Daddy! Hi, cats.
The majority of them are white. Some of them are have different backgrounds. Like some of my friends also have like Turkish, Eastern European backgrounds, but the majority of them are white. I also have like several black friends from outside of school too. But the ones I hang out with are primarily white, and a lot of them are also Jewish too, but it's really just that big demographic, so to speak.
And then we get to Ohio, and like we're about to leave the bus stop, and this one woman is like, "Oh, wait, I forgot my phone outside." Whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, I forgot my phone outside while I was smoking a cigarette. So like the guy and the bus driver had already left, so we had to go back into the station. The woman like went outside, walked back, didn't find her phone, looked under the seat, and her phone was there.
Do you remember Brendan at Eugene Barbecue? He didn't even he didn't talk. He was just like the designated cook. Like,
Yeah.
He was just sitting there.
Barbecuing with a cigarette mouth, and it was
He was happy.
He
Never talks. He never talks.
barbecuing at a barbecue.
No, but he was happy.
He was happy.
Yeah, like I don't.
I won't necessarily engage in like the same activities, even though some of them may do drugs. I'm not gonna engage myself in that either, because that's not what I do. But that doesn't stop me from having a good relationship with them, and doesn't stop me from hanging out with them, because I know that they don't have any influence on me in any way whatsoever.
All of my friends went to decided they were going to go to a water park, and I didn't go because like I didn't have $40 that I could spend. Or even when they want to go get stuff and I can't. These people have money. Like these are people who regularly get like $1,000 checks randomly from family just because. So.
Man, when I was younger, it was weird, because I grew up here, but I also grew up in Europe, in Paris, and so when I grew up, I always lived in neighborhoods that were predominantly white, always. And I think that was actually a conscious choice by my mom, because I remember her saying she didn't want to be in she said she didn't never want to be in the ghettos, and because my mom also is used to being around people who are middle or upper to middle class, therefore people who are very well off. I guess being around a specific race the entire time when I was younger probably influenced me a lot in terms of the kind of people I hang out with, because my mom always likes to hang out with people who are very social and at the same time very polite and composed, and not just running the streets, as she likes to say.
I guess I've always been exposed to the people who fulfill the stereotype of black people racially, or even African people. And I guess this is also something for my mom, because she has specifically said she doesn't want to be around African people because they're all hood rats.
Yo, she don't know you.
I'm not gonna talk to people if I don't know them.
Well, I found out about Bard mainly because one of my friends had gotten into Bard, and he was telling me how Bard was kind of urban. And with Vassar, I found out about it while visiting 4 years ago. And these were schools that generally caught my eye, but Vassar was a school that as soon as I visited there, I knew that I wanted to go, just because the campus was really beautiful and the classes were really great. So I always kept that school in the back of my head, and Bard is very similar to it, and it's also close by, and I have a lot of friends who go to Bard, So even though I didn't really get to visit the classes that much, I always visited the campus. They told me a lot about their classes and about their schedules and the curriculum. So I applied to both of those places. It was a place I knew I wanted to be. It seemed to me at first that I thought there were a lot of white people, and at Vassar I had the same idea. Even though Bard is a school where like a lot of people say that you have to be pretty rich to go there because it's kind of like where all the rich kids go, and Vassar is the same thing because Vassar is a baby Ivy, but it's not necessarily true for either school. But I have seen a very small number of black people at both schools. I'm going to Brooklyn instead because I don't have enough money to go. And in Brooklyn, I guess it's more diverse because it's more accessible in the city, so I think there are a lot more Hispanics and African American people there than there are white people, but it's still very diverse because there's a good chunk of each race.
In the future, I'm kind of undecided now because I did want to be a psychologist for the longest time. Now I don't know what I want to do. I'm just gonna try and take it slow, see where my path leads me while I'm in college. And then from there, maybe I'll try and figure something out.